Where the hey have you been? I figured it out, Eva. I figured out the impossible. I mean, it took an unholy amount of spoon feeding, but I guess that's what it takes when we're on the inside of it. What are you talking about? Yes, just what are you talking about? The sedative, it wore off already? You don't sound too happy about it. We're here to help Colin, and you're the mental process that's in the way. Well, lucky for you, that can be amended now, can't it? So, looks like we're about out of time. If you're going to erase me for good, you might as well hurry. No, we're not going to erase you. We're going to erase us. Wait, what? Colin never needed our service, Eva. He already had her. The ability to change his reality to live in a different world. One that filled the gaps of what he wanted, all in his head. She is what we do, Eva. And yet, she left. She left, which could have only meant one thing. What are you trying to imply? No, that can't be right. What we do is different from just this. How is it different? Wait, because there's more to it. There's more to what we do. We fulfill wishes. We're giving meaning to people's lives. What we do, it has to be more than just an imaginary friend. It's a lot more elaborate for sure. But for someone who had to fight just to let go of fantasy and embrace reality, maybe our existence was merely an unwelcomed amplifier. A reminder of the make-believe, the imaginary, and the endless possibilities that make reality seem less than what it is. Hey, you two, things aren't looking good with the patient. I don't know what you're up to, but you might want to get out of there. And by might wanna, I mean need to. After all that, huh? I guess none of this even matters anymore. There's no way we'd still have the time to implement any actual changes. No, we might not have time. But what about her? She's already linked to the machine's interface, right? Without us, all procedures would be internalized. So much could be done in a fraction of a moment. You're suggesting giving sole control of the machine to a mental process of the patient? The ethical implications of that, it hasn't been done for good reasons. It hasn't been done because no patient has a chance like this. Besides, what's our alternative? Just leave and mark this as a write-off? But what about the legal complications, the contract? It says... Oh, come on, Eva. When has the contract stopped us? Guys? Go on, I'll be right behind. Don't say I never trust you. Why are you doing this for us? Well, if I were Colin, and on my last breath, I trust you over two strangers in white coats, right? Strangers, huh? Your colleague was right about one thing. There is more to what you do than just playing God with people's memories. You've been here for just a day, yet in all of his lifetime, no one else has truly seen the world through his eyes like you have. And, well, you're kind of the first I've and able to meet, too. In some silly way, maybe that's a part of what Colin really wished for. It was one hell of a meet and greet, that's for sure. Full admin access transferred to unknown something something Faye. You gonna be alright? Just a little nervous, I guess. Well, given the circumstances, I'd say that's pretty alright. Hey. Do you think that in some ways, I've truly existed? Well, for what it's worth, I think all our memories and everything in it can be nothing but the fiction we tell ourselves. Good luck out there. Colin's counting on you. His blood pressure is dropping. Vital signs are fading fast. I think he's letting go. Aww. I'm sorry for your loss. Please take all the time you need. I'll be in the living room with the paperwork. When they're ready, I'll let them know. Oh god, I'm not ready to do this again. Always a little stark, isn't it? Seeing it like this after just having been in there? It is what it is. I'm just a little cold. It felt warmer in there. What we did back there, do you know if it worked? Hard to say. I'll try to dig through the data afterward, but... well, it's never been done like this before. I don't know how coherent it'd be. Guess we got another mess of a report to write. We can take care of that when the dust settles. In the meantime, I just remembered something. So, did you succeed? There was a complication. We tried to cope with something unorthodox, but I'm not sure if we'll ever know what really happened in those last moments. Hey, Sophia said you got a lighter? Yeah?
I never stood up very tall. I think my voice was fairly small. But there were times I'd want to shout, though my thoughts weren't sorted out. So I'd stumble and I'd fall. I learned to fly because of you. So if you left, I could go too. And everything you saw in me, that's what I wanted to be. Did I make it after all? All the grass on the other side, is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because trading my yesterday is to wish my life away. As we dream and as we grow, we have to learn to let things go. But let the wonder never fade, though we've turned 10,000 pages, flying high or stuck below. I've searched for meaning amidst doubt. I finally figured that part out. And all the stories inside me feels like I'm bursting at the seams. And you're here after all. All the grass on the other side, is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because trading my yesterday is to wish my life away.
There's Faye. Looking for something, old timer? That's why he was always on the balcony. He was looking for Faye, oh my god. It's been a while, huh? a long while. You haven't changed much. And whose fault is that now? Listen, I wish it was under better circumstances, but I know. I wish I still had the time to tell you about all that's happened since then. It's okay, I was there. I'm only here to say goodbye. Just tell me one thing though. Do you still have any regrets? Regrets. Yeah, I have a lot of those. But that's okay. The chances I missed, the mishaps, and all that I wish I had, well, they were still a part of it. They made a way for all that I do have. And what I do have, I wouldn't trade for anything else in the world. That's all I wish to hear. Go on, they're waiting for you. It's time to go home. Hey, Colin? Sorry I had to leave back then. Thank you for having been there, even when nobody else was. Wow, that was an amazing game. So here are my final thoughts on Finding Paradise. I really like the game, and I try not to compare it too much to The Moon, even though it's a sequel to the game, because I feel like they were both very different games. I kind of wish that Finding Paradise was a little bit more similar to The Moon story-wise, but I'm glad that they did it differently. Finding Paradise just felt more realistic. It was really relatable, I think. Just the whole Colin being alone, like everyone feels that way sometime in their life. And I like how simple it was and how touching, because Colin was actually really happy with his life. He had regrets, but he was okay with them. All he really wanted was to say goodbye to Faye, and maybe even have other people meet Faye. I think that's what his true goal was. My only disappointment with this game was that they did mention, but they never fully addressed or wrapped up some of the subplot lines that they had going from the minisodes. And speaking about the minisodes, there's one where we saw where Eva was driving and she saw herself. I'm wondering if that maybe was Faye in the future? Like maybe that minisode took place after this game. So it's quite possible. Sup? Where are you? At my scotch, drinking home. You said you'd be here. I said I'd visit like we always do, not attend the funeral. When was the last time we even did that? I know, but I just thought we owe it to him after... Dr. Rosaline, we're about to start. Go on, I'll get my turn. Alright, enjoy your scotch. You know it. Now, where were we? Ooh, not looking sketchy at all, Neil. I asked you to knock, not hack my lock. Switching to digital was a terrible idea. Why didn't you just keep both locks on? Dagnabbit, Rob. I don't know why she even got you involved. Look, we don't have long. Are you guys still in or not? You betcha! So, is that the solution you were talking about? Yeah, that's her. So, he has Faye? In the network? Is that what was implied? That was really a sudden end. I didn't expect that at all. I thought we would be more at the funeral and all of that, but that's interesting. It hints that there might be more to come, which hopefully will be a little bit faster than the gap between To the Moon and Finding Paradise. Hopefully. Anyways, once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later.